Hi, I'm Daniel. This is the TriathlonDan YouTube channel, and I'm here today at We Buy Cycle in Derby with Jono. Thanks for your time, Jono.
Okay.
Now, you want to do this video, not me, because we
were talking about that Race Shop Limited Damani, and we got on to Tom Boonen, and then realised we've got to check Boone.
Yeah. So are you announcing you're now going to start your campaign in the Notts Derby Cyclocross League on this bike?
If it was a 58.
Yeah. Tell me about this bike then, Jono. What is it?
So cyclocross bike, like you say, you need to buy two when you go into the shop, and you need to buy a cartridge pressure washer next door at the hardware shop.
And find some sucker to stand out in the cold for hours.
You need a really, really good wife.
Yeah.
Who's going to pit for you. Yeah. Or somebody who pits, who knows what they're doing. Yeah. And you're just going to go and smash up the cyclocross scene.
Got it.
Think you're Tom Boonen.
Yeah. So Tom Boonen, if you don't know, is a pretty big name in the cross world, isn't it? So I hear.
Sprint Classics as well, road riding, and he's won a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff.
Yeah. And this is
there's a Belgian hero.
Trekker put his name on the race bike.
He's a Czech rider, one. He said there's at the Sven Nys place near Leuven in Belgium, where there's a cyclocross track and there's a bit of a museum. There's some bikes in there. There's a few really, really, really cool treks in there with caliper brakes, obviously. So Trek have obviously done a bike in his name, taken the N off the end, so it's a Boone without the N, and there it is. There's one of them. Again, this would be an amazing winter bike. It hasn't got mudguard mounts, so you'd have to have the clip-ons and things because it's a cyclocross race bike, right? But plenty of tyre clearance, one bar at the front, so you haven't got to mess around with any of that sort of stuff at the front. Decent range at the back.
Yeah, my question was going to be that. What sets this apart from a gravel bike or a winter road bike? And in the cyclocross world, you can only run up to, is it 33s or 3s?
Yeah, and they come around with a little...
Yeah, so that means that the bikes aren't made to have massive clearance because they don't need it. They've got plenty of clearance from mud, but like these look piddly to me. These look tiny, but...
Yeah, but I mean, look, in this country, at what point has anyone ever needed a 50C tyre on a gravel bike, right? Except for when you just need a mountain bike. Yeah. Because we don't have those gravel roads here. We either do mountain bike riding, if you're going to the Chase or whatever, or you're just on canal towpaths, or like just greenways or gravel paths or green lanes or whatever. Unless you're going to go and ride over a field, which, to be honest, why would you do that? You're fine with like a 35 or a 38. That's why I say I always just ride my cross bike with 38.
Yeah, you caused me a problem there, Jono, because I'd really like to be Dylan Johnson's best friend. And in a few videos, you say you have to go to
Utah, unfortunately, or Africa.
Okay. This has got an integrated seat post, hasn't it?
Yeah, so it's inverted.
Yeah,
so it's like the tracks. It's the same as like the Mondas and things. So there's obviously this piece of carbon that comes up from the frame, and you sit this cap on the top. It's a really cool system.
It's got the ISO-speed compliance thing in the back, so the seat tube isn't actually connected to the top tube, is it, or is it slightly? I can't work it out.
It is connected through that, basically, through that system there. So it gives a little bit of flex on the back.
And it's got a GRX 1x setup. The GRX has got the clutch in it for chucking it on your shoulder and whatever else. And it's got a chain catcher as well, which we see quite often in cross. One of my friends has bought a CAN unit in flight, and that came with a chain catcher. So
another super cool bike. That, to be honest, if you're into wanting to do gravel riding things, look to the cyclocross world. You don't need these massive, again in this country, if you want to go and do that, look to the cyclocross end of the market, because you've got a really super cool, nimble bike that's fun to ride rather than just being really heavy. And just go out and have a lot of fun on it. A lot of my winter rides, I'll just go out for 3 hours, hit some canal towpaths in this area. Obviously, we've got loads of them. I might go and do Hicks Lodge with really light mountain bike trail. Might go to the Chase and just do some of those gravel. And I've never needed more than a cyclocross bike for that, and it's a lot more fun.
And in the second-hand market, a lot of people come in and out of cross racing, so there's often more bikes for sale.
Like this. And if you wanted to pay 500 quid, you could pick one up with cantilever brakes that people have used, for older ones.
I had one of those Boardman CX teams a few years ago. Used it as a winter road bike, 2 sets of wheels.
Absolutely.
And that was sub 500 quid.
Yeah, super cool. Yeah, and you can go onto Facebook Marketplace and pick up a cyclocross bike. All right, it might be a bit battered and you might need to change some bearings, chain and things like that. But you can go out and have a lot of fun on it. You're not too bothered if you do come off, because you will come off. You know, you will slide on some of that mud now at the minute. Yeah, we're off-camber mud, as we all know. And you're not too bothered if you crash it, because it hasn't cost you that much. I think we've got this listed, you know, just over $1,000 really, or into the 1,000-1,500 quid sort of mark. But, you know. Yeah,
versus other gravel bikes, it's competitive, isn't it?
And everybody wants a gravel bike now, so the value of them is going up.
Of course it does.
Which it will. But cyclocross, that's kind of British gravel and European gravel. That's what's always been done. It's just cyclocross.
What else I quite like seeing a lot of is like manufacturers really taking on board their top riders and bring them into the brand more. So Tom Boonen, you know, this is the bike. Van der Poel edition, Aeroads, those sorts of things. I think they're really good for, like, I would, bit of a Van der Poel fan, so to you with Tom Boonen, like, it tempts me to buy that. Like I bought the Van der Poel sunglasses last year because I was like, oh, I like the look of those. Oh, but they've got MVDP on the front. How cool is that? So it's good to see that sort of thing, isn't it?
And also when you're like riding and you might think you're on Tom Boonen's bike or Van der Poel's bike, and you think you're in a spring classic. It just makes you feel like a kid again.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, you're like a 38-year-old kid just riding around like, this is my idol, this person. Like, and you just have a lot of fun. And that's what cycling should be.
Exactly.
And I think having those kind of people to look up to allows you to just have that little bit of fun in your mind. You know, when you're rocking around and you think you're 21 again.
Wicked. All right. Well, hopefully somebody has some fun on this. Thanks, Johnny.
Yes, mate. All right. Cheers.